Nnamdi Kanu. A controversial figure, Nnamdi Kanu is a British-Nigerian political activist known for his advocacy for the secession and independence of Biafra from Nigeria. He is the leader of the Indigenous People of Biafra, IPOB, an organization he founded in 2012. Early life and education. Born in Abia State, Nigeria, in 1967, Kanu moved to the United Kingdom in his youth. He later obtained a degree in radio broadcasting from London Metropolitan University. Biafra agitation and IPOB. Kanu's activism is primarily focused on the Biafra movement, which seeks to establish an independent state for the Igbo people of southeastern Nigeria. He founded the Indigenous People of Biafra, IPOB, to champion this cause. IPOB has gained significant attention and support, particularly among the Igbo population, through its use of social media and online radio broadcasts. Kanu has been a vocal critic of the Nigerian government, accusing it of marginalizing and oppressing the Igbo people. Controversies and arrest. Kanu's activities have often led to controversies and legal issues. He has been accused of inciting violence and separatism. In 2015, he was arrested in Nigeria and charged with treason. After being released on bail, he fled the country but was re-arrested in Kenya in 2021 and extradited back to Nigeria. Ongoing legal battles. Kanu's legal battles continue, with his supporters and critics closely following his case. His detention and trial have sparked protests and unrest in southeastern Nigeria. It's important to note that Nnamdi Kanu's activities and the Biafra movement remain highly controversial and subject to ongoing debate. Would you like to know more about the Biafra movement or Nnamdi Kanu's specific activities? Here are some key events related to the Biafra movement. Pre-Civil War period, 1956. Sardana of Sokoto, Ahmadu Bello, makes a controversial statement suggesting that the North would dominate Nigeria and that the Igbo people should be treated as minorities. 1966. A series of military coups lead to the killing of many Igbo officers, sparking fears of Igbo genocide among the population. Nigerian Civil War, 1967 to 1970. 1967. The southeastern region declares independence as the Republic of Biafra, led by Colonel Odumegwu Ojukwu. 1968. The Nigerian government launches a counteroffensive to reintegrate Biafra into the Federation. 1970. Biafra is defeated, and the war ends with a devastating loss of life, estimated to be between 1 and 3 million people. Post-Civil War period, 1999. The return to civilian rule in Nigeria brings renewed attention to the grievances of the Igbo people. 2012. Nnamdi Kanu founds the Indigenous People of Biafra, IPOB, to advocate for the independence of Biafra. 2015. Kanu is arrested and charged with treason after a series of protests and rallies. 2021. Kanu is re-arrested in Kenya and extradited back to Nigeria, where he remains in detention. Recent developments. 2023. Protests and clashes between IPOB supporters and security forces continue, raising concerns about the potential for further instability. Ongoing legal battles. Kanu's legal proceedings and the future of the Biafra movement remain uncertain. These are just a few of the significant events related to the Biafra movement. The movement's history is complex and multifaceted, with ongoing implications for Nigeria and the broader region. Would you like to know more about a specific event or aspect of the Biafra movement? Nnamdi Kanu. Historical context. The Biafra movement has its roots in the Nigerian Civil War, 1967 to 1970, when the southeastern region, predominantly inhabited by the Igbo people, declared independence as the Republic of Biafra. The war, which resulted in a devastating loss of life, ended with the defeat of Biafra and its reintegration into Nigeria. Resurgence of the movement. In recent years, the Biafra movement has experienced a resurgence, largely driven by the activism of Nnamdi Kanu and the Indigenous People of Biafra, IPOB. Kanu's advocacy has garnered significant support, particularly among the Igbo diaspora and within Nigeria itself. Key arguments of the movement. Supporters of the Biafra movement argue that marginalization. The Igbo people have been marginalized and discriminated against by the Nigerian government since the end of the Civil War. Economic disparity. The region has faced economic inequality and underdevelopment compared to other parts of Nigeria. Cultural identity. The Igbo people have a distinct cultural identity that warrants an independent state. Methods and challenges. The Biafra movement has employed various strategies, including peaceful protests, online activism, and, in some cases, more contentious tactics. However, the movement has also faced challenges, including violence. Some supporters have been involved in acts of violence, which have tarnished the movement's image and led to clashes with security forces. Government suppression. The Nigerian government has taken steps to suppress the movement, including arrests, detentions, and restrictions on the activities of IPOB. Internal divisions. The movement has faced internal divisions and disagreements over its goals and strategies. International implications. The Biafra movement has also attracted international attention, with some countries expressing concerns about human rights abuses and the potential for further instability in the region. It's important to note that the Biafra movement remains a complex and controversial issue, with differing perspectives and potential implications for Nigeria and the broader region. Would you like to know more about specific events related to the Biafra movement or Nnamdi Kanu's activism?